Hi, I'm Chef Justin Greco, and welcome to Greco's Chef in a Box. Today we're going to be cooking herb crusted Amish chicken breasts, potato puree, and fresh farmer's vegetables. If you follow these simple, easy recipes, I'm going to show you how you can become a gourmet chef at home. So, to start, we're going to double check everything and start with the Amish chicken breasts, our farmer's vegetables, and we have our potato puree. Also in the box you have your green oil for garnish. We have some salt and pepper. There's 2 salt and peppers in the box. One is regular salt and pepper and the other one has white pepper. We have our salt and pepper, which is for our vegetables and our chicken. We have our white pepper and salt, which is for our potato puree. We have vegetable oil, which you're going to use to saute the vegetables and help marinate the chicken. We have our fresh herbs, which is rosemary, thyme, oregano, fresh parsley, and a little bit of chives. We have our heavy cream, which we're going to use for our potato puree. We have our chicken jus, which we're going to use to help juice the chicken. We have our whole butter. And to finish, we have our fried leeks for garnish. So we're going to take our chicken breast and we're going to put it right here in the bowl. And we're going to add a little bit of that vegetable oil that I talked about. About a tablespoon. We put plenty in here for you, just in case you don't have enough or too much. Just enough to coat the chicken. I find it really easy if you have all this stuff sort of set out in front of you to make it nice and simple. And then we have our regular salt and pepper, which is labeled on the top. Go ahead and take the top off of that because we're going to be using it a few times. And we're going to season with a little bit of that salt and pepper. Okay, and then we're going to take the chopped herbs. These herbs are basil, thyme, rosemary, a little bit of cilantro, and fresh Italian parsley. And we're going to add these herbs right to the chicken. And what you're going to want to do is coat this. You're going to sort of just toss it in this bowl and get those herbs all over it. This is going to help with that wonderful herb crust. Okay, we're going to turn our oven on to medium-high heat. We're going to put our pan over there, and we're going to let this get nice and warm. Again, you want to put your hand over the pan. Once you feel the warmness there, then you know it's ready. We're going to add a tablespoon of butter. And once you hear that sizzle, you know the pan is nice and hot enough. We're going to take a little bit of our vegetable oil, about a quarter of it, and just sort of add it to the butter. This helps keep things from getting brown. Okay, now we're going to add a chicken breast skin side down. We're going to add it right to the pan like that. Skin side down, that's very important. You'll be able to hear that chicken sizzle. That's when you know you have the right temperature. And that's part of it. Not only are you cooking with your eyes, you're cooking with your ears as well. You also have to listen to that good sizzle. You're going to want to brown your chicken breast 3 to 5 minutes on each side. You can always cheat and take a peek. If it's nice and golden brown, you can flip it over. This still needs another minute. You want to make sure that you only flip the chicken breast one time. So we're going to make sure this is, take another little peek, make sure it's nice and golden brown, it looks good. Now we're going to flip it. Look at that. You got the nice crust of the herbs. You got a nice crispy skin. If your pan is smoking a little bit, you do want to turn it down just a little bit. Now we're ready for the oven. Now we're going to take this chicken in the saute pan that it's cooking in. If you don't have one, you can use a baking dish, some sort of vessel that you can cook the chicken in safely. Make sure you pour the juice, the butter, into the pan. Put the chicken breast in there. We're going to put it in our preheated oven at 375 degrees. And go ahead and set your timer for 15 minutes. chicken is now in the oven. Now it's time to start your potato puree and your vegetables. Take another saute pan on a medium-high heat. We're going to take that heavy cream that I sent you. We're going to put that right in the pan. And for this application, you're going to want to whisk. You're going to want the whisk because we're going to try to just warm this cream up. And then we're going to add our riced potato. All it simply is one Idaho baked potato that's been baked, and then rice through the ricer. Very simple. There's no seasoning or anything. We're doing that all with the cream and butter here. We're going to add our potatoes. And I find that the easiest way is to use a rubber spatula. And then we're going to season this with a little salt and white pepper. You're going to season with your white pepper and salt, just a pinch or two. Remember to taste your food. Seasoning is still up to you. And then I just sort of use the rubber spatula to incorporate the cream into the potatoes. Again, this is a potato puree, so it should be soft. They shouldn't be real thick and heavy like your traditional mashed potatoes. Very simple. And once they're nice and warm, we're going to set it off the burner on low heat, and we're going to wait for the chicken to finish cooking. In another saute pan, we're going to finish our vegetables. So again, on a medium-high heat, we're going to add a little bit of our vegetable oil, a little bit of our butter, and just sort of smear it around a little bit. Okay, you've got your butter and your oil in here. Your pan's nice and hot. Again, put your hand just over the top. You feel it nice and warm. It's ready to go. We're going to add our vegetables. We use seasonal vegetables. It's going to depend on the season. Right now we're using pea pods, baby peppers, and carrots. You're going to take your regular salt and pepper, and we're going to season the vegetables. Once you've added the vegetables in, you're just going to kind of move the saute pan around just a little bit to kind of get it loose in the pan. Make sure, I always do when I operate with saute pans, is to have a dry towel to work with. These pans get hot, and being in the business, we burn ourselves a lot. This is a good tip for you at home. Use the towel on the pan. It makes it easier. And we're going to add about a half of one of the portion cups or 2 ounces of water just to deglaze the pan and help the vegetables cook. See that lifted up? Give you a little steam bath. Be careful. Turn it down to low. When the chicken's done, your vegetables will be ready. Very simple. I'm going to show you how we played it here at the restaurant, and you can look like a chef here at home. You're going to take a spoon and your potato puree. You're going to set that directly in the middle of the plate. And then we're going to add our fresh vegetables. We're going to add those just off to the side. Let them fall. You don't have to be too fancy here. You're looking for a little bit of height. And of course, take your own creativity and do it however you wish, but this is my suggestion. And then with a tongue, take your chicken breast and you plop it right on top like that. Now, take a spoon very carefully. If you don't have the spoon handy, use a small ladle, and we're just going to add this juice right to the top of the chicken, just like that. Spooning, kind of spraying it out just a little bit. You don't want too much. You just want it to coat the bottom of the plate. Now we're going to take our fried leeks. We're going to put a couple of those on the top. Okay. And then take a fresh spoon, and we're going to take that fancy green oil I made for you. You're going to put that on the spoon. See that beautiful grain right there? And then you're just going to drizzle that right on in. Try to keep the green oil away from the side of the plate. You really want it on the bottom so it breaks into that sauce, and you get that vibrant green color, and you get this beautiful herb crusted Amish chicken breast. Anyone can do this by following these simple and easy steps with Greco's Chef in a Box.